Ever since I've been hitting the gym a little consistently and touchwood, seeing a little bit of gains here and there, I'm becoming one of those people who will cross every mirror and then flex in the mirror, even though there's not a lot to see, but there is still a little bit. Or what you can do is just one simple thing. Just do this one thing the day you don't feel like hitting the gym. Just leave your house, walk till the gym, wear your entire gear, and just walk and stand outside the gym. And even after that, if you do not feel like hitting, just come back. But the thing is, now that you've already left the house, you will go and end up hitting the gym. There's no way you're coming back. If you come back after standing right at the entrance of the gym, then you need a little bit of more I don't know, discipline or some sort of like a factor that will drive you really hard to hit the gym. But for most people, a lot of people face the problem of, oh, now I have to get up, I have to leave the house, I'm already tired after coming from my job, I don't want to leave, like all of that. Simple thing is just at least wear everything and just go stand near the gym and tell yourself that if I still, after going to the gym, I don't feel like doing that, I'll come back. And most people will just go inside anyway and do it. That's one. Second thing, if you're a beginner, this video is more leaning in towards the beginners. How do you divide your days? Like for me specifically, 4 day split works perfectly. 3 days I feel is a little too less because then I feel like what am I supposed to do for the next 4 days? Four works perfectly for me. And having one active rest day, so it depends. Active rest day is something you can do a cardio and you can go for a walk, and then there's a complete rest day where I do not want to move. You do not want to move. So for me, a split works fine. You can you can always decide your days that okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday I'm going to do this. If you're a beginner, start less. Do not jump to a 5 day workout, because I have done that 5 day, like, or I've tried the 5 day split and I get burnt out. I feel extremely tired. My body, because when you're just starting off or hitting the gym, or you've just started off, let's say it's not been that long, your body kind of like takes a while to adapt to it. So, or if you're someone who's just coming back to the gym and you have the muscle memory, you still might need to get used to it. So all I'm saying is start from like a 2 or 3 day split. That's it. Do not push yourself. Give your body the time to breathe. And you basically, it's like starting a car. Right now you just have to turn on the engine. You do not have to press the accelerator, just turn on the engine. And if you ever feel the embarrassment as a beginner, I can relate to it. I felt embarrassed, but at this point I don't care. I do not care. Like, but if you're someone who's just starting off, you feel a little embarrassed that, oh, people are judging me. Trust me, no one's judging you, because after lifting their sets, people are so like in the zone, you zone out. Once you reach that stage when you're really lifting heavy, and you will realize after lifting like 8 to 9 reps, you are breathing so heavy that you kind of zone out. So nobody really has a time to look at you and judge. And specifically, you're a beginner, please, like the gym community, in my understanding, is one of the best communities. They're always reaching out to help you. Sometimes some people give unsolicited advice, but that's okay. But if you need advice, or you feel scared that you don't know how to use a machine, you can actually just walk up to someone in the gym who you think is like will be able to help you out, and you just ask them, hey, can you show me this exercise or whatever. But one of the gym etiquettes is you don't keep going to people and just disturbing them while they're doing their reps, because it kind of like distracts them. However, if you're just starting off in the gym, the third thing that I want to talk about is do not try to do a lot of variations of exercises, because as you get more seasoned and more experienced in the gym, you'll realize that at the end of the day, you only need is a good 3 to 4 variations of exercise to hit a particular muscle group. Or let's say you're doing a push pull leg or whatever split that you're doing. You do not need to do different variations unless your like goal is to try all the exercises and the variations that exist in the world. That's like, I don't know, you do not need to do. If you're training arms, you do your biceps, triceps, and your delts, or sorry, not your delts. So if you want to do your shoulders along with that, there the max you need is a good 3 4 different exercises with good intensity of reps. Which brings me to my next point. If you're someone who has started hitting the gym, you want to lift a weight that you can actually lift, but it also has to be challenging. You cannot start with, like, let's say 1 kg something you want to start with. That's okay, that's fine. But you need some resistance, because your muscles grow when it has certain resistance. Like if you're able to just do this, if you're doing a lat pull down, you're pulling a bar and it's too easy for you, that means you need to increase the weight, sorry, a little bit. And you need to give your muscles a challenge. You need protein powder. Try to consume all your protein through natural foods. The reason I say is protein powders, I'm not saying that you don't need it. You should, at some point, you can inculcate it. But if you can complete your protein intake from foods in the most natural form, that always kind of is the best way possible. If you are an vegetarian, you can eat egg, vegetarian food plus egg, or if you eat non-veg, if you, even if you're a vegetarian, there are good options like soybeans, etc., whatever. But do not just rely on whey protein simply, because at the end of the day, food will always give you the best. Organic, not organic is not the right word, but as a whole, it's the best way your body can absorb it. And later you can introduce whey protein into your workout to kind of supplement the kind of natural proteins that you're getting from your food. So that's one. And second, please don't start your gym journey by spending a lot of money. I know a lot of people say that if you want to feel motivated to hit the gym, buy like really cool clothes and everything. You can do that if that motivates you and you want to spend that kind of money, do that. But honestly, it just only stays a little bit. After a while, you realize that your consistency is what's going to take you far in the gym, not your clothes. Your reps or the volume of the amount of reps that you do does not necessarily mean that it will give you the kind of gains that you're looking for. The intensity matter. Your muscles need a challenge. So after every, let's say, week, or maybe more than a week, sometimes you need to, over a period of time, as you start gymming, you need to increase the, you need to do something called as a progressive overload. Basically, you keep increasing the weight of the weights that you're using. Today, if I'm doing a lat pull down and I'm doing, let's say, 5 kg, and I feel like I can pull in a good 8 to 9 reps after a week, then I increase it to 6 kgs. But I still need to be able to do clean, good reps. Remember, your form is important. Doing a wrong form will just end up not hitting your target muscle, and it can actually lead to an injury. So remember that. You need to keep increasing the weight. Do not rely on the volume of reps, because if your weight stays the same and you're just increasing the volume of reps, yes, you can gain some muscle by it because you're a beginner. You will see the results, but to actually see good results, you have to train hard. You have to lift heavy, and specifically, and lifting heavy, which brings me to my next point, is if you're a woman, please don't be shy to lift heavy, because the kind of muscle definition and, or any Pinterest picture that you see in which the woman has really toned abs or really toned arms, those women are lifting heavy. Do not let the people lie to you that you need to do cardio and once the fat melts off, you're going to see the muscle. How will you see the muscle if you've not built a muscle? Like, you need to build the muscle and then you need to keep training it, and at the same time you need to lose the fat of your body. So even if you lose the fat, like, you will be able to see muscles, but you need to train them to be visible. Like, you get my point. And also, training hard is and heavy is not going to make you look like a man, because I feel like there's misconception, which a lot of women feel that if you train heavy, I'm going to start looking like a man. That's not true. The moment you start lifting heavy and you eat in a calorie deficit, which means that you're burning more than you're eating, and at the same time you are lifting heavy, which is good for you as a woman, because as you grow past the age of 30 or whatever, your bone density decreases. So lifting heavy for women is really good. It kind of reduces any sort of bone related issues in the body as you grow older. Of course, as you grow older, you need to supplement it with other things, but for now, just remember that. Another thing very important is your diet. You can train. Everybody thinks that training is the difficult part. Trust me, it's not. You can train as hard in the gym, but if you come back and if you eat shit, your gains are gone. Your gains are on the table and they're gone. You need to eat clean. And if you're a beginner, I know it can seem daunting, like, oh, I need to track these calories. I've been there. I've downloaded all the apps that could use me to track my macros, my calories. But I realized that I'm someone who's a very intuitive eater, and you need to realize that intuitive eating is basically when your body signals that you're hungry, that's when you eat. So try to do that. And what I realize as an intuitive eater is it helps me not overeat. I'm able to feel still light and my energy does not dip. But for energy to not dip, you need to realize that you need to feed your body protein. You've probably heard protein is everywhere these days. It's in chocolates, it's in everything. Keeping that aside, you need to start small with protein. And let me just tell you, if you're a beginner, even with little amount of protein, you will see minimal, like, you can see good gains, and the reason is because you're a beginner, so you have that kind of advantage. But once you hit that plateau stage as a beginner, then your gains stop. So any which ways, the rule of thumb is 0.7 grams per kg body weight is something that you can aim for. Or if you want to be on the lower end, you can go for a zero point 0.6 grams per kg of protein. But please do not start eating 100 grams of protein or 120 if you're a beginner, thinking that, oh, if I eat a lot of protein, suddenly I'm just going to become big and bulky and I can be big as a person. I don't think that is not how it works. Also, because protein is difficult to digest by your body, not difficult, but it satiates you for a longer period of time. And if you eat a lot of protein, your stomach is going to be relieving a lot of gases, and people around you can get a little uncomfortable. So start small. Start with like 40 grams, start with 50 grams, something that you can hit like as an everyday goal. And eating a lot of protein, trust me, as easy as it sounds, it's not. You have to always worry about how much do I eat in the breakfast, how much do I eat in the lunch and dinner and stuff like that. Start small, and then you see results, and then accordingly you increase your intake. Last but not the least, your recovery is very important. Please don't ignore it. And the reason I say this is, I struggle with this a lot. If you're someone who struggles with sleeping a lot, let me tell you, sleep is the best recovery that your muscle will get. Because after all the wear and tear that you're putting your body through in the gym, if you do not rest, in fact, when you sleep, that is the time where your muscles grow the most. So just think of sleep as like the part where your body is building the actual muscle, because it's the rest, all the micro tears that happens in your muscle when you lift, they get repaired by the use of synthesis in your body and when you sleep. So a good amount of sleep is extremely important. And I struggle with sleep. I still do. I try to sleep on time, but on most days it's bad. I'm trying to improve on that. But getting a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep, seven, I still feel is less. 8 hours of sleep is good, because when you sleep well, your body recovers well. You're prone to less injuries. Also, please don't forget your warm ups. Warm ups are important. And please don't forget your cardio. Like, do some cardio, it's important. Before workout, after workout. I specifically prefer it after, but yeah. And most importantly, when if you're watching this video thinking that, oh, I'm gonna give like glow up advice, which I do. Gym is the best glow up, or just forget gym. Any workout is the best glow up that you can do right from today. It's a little longer. The process is a little longer. You have to be boring. You have to eat the same meal every day, in and out. But trust me, no amount of spending money on makeup, no amount of spending money on clothes, and this applies to both men and women. No amount of spending money in just buying anything externally to look good, as long as you start feeling good inside, like how your body feels, you just feel more agile, you just feel more energetic, your clothes fit better. Just yeah, your clothes fit better. So when you see yourself in the mirror, you're like, okay, I start to see a little bit of muscle here and there, and your confidence increases as a result. And the most important thing that increases is it instills a confidence in you. And that confidence, see, if you're confident in going to the gym in one area of your life, trust me, that kind of compounds into other areas as well. And you develop the confidence that you will slowly see, and that no amount of external validation or external products will do that for you. Keep doing it. All these external factors, they slowly fall into place, but your basics and your consistency and starting small. Remember the importance of starting small. You do not need to go big. Start small, start simple. It's just weights, it's not rocket science. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.